I think Korean women only see kind of this image of perfect bodies, perfect faces, perfect dimensions around them, which probably impacts them a lot.
I know like plastic surgery and stuff out here is really prevalent, and people try and build themselves into an image, which is if it makes them happy, then it makes them happy. You know?
It's kind of like disappointing to see people like skin lightening and stuff like that, and like making themselves look like they're not like who they really are. There's still people that are wearing like a full dress, hair, makeup, tights. I'm like, this is too much. Just like put some pants on and go to class. Like it's
People express themselves more through their makeup, their outfits, and it could be a good like conversation starter or a good way to meet people that you think are alike.
Everyone here seems to care a lot more about appearance, whether that's like for good or bad. I mean, that's up to them, but
We see a lot of, especially women, that are, I guess, too skinny because
In America, like you see a lot of thick women. You know, they're all about the same built here.
Korea is well known for its beauty, whether it's the plastic surgery, the cosmetics, the K-pop, or the K-drama industry. Most people in Korea are well aware of the beauty standard and the beauty here. But I wanted to ask foreigners who have been living in Korea, how have the beauty standards here affected them? And what are the differences between their culture's beauty and Korean beauty standards? I particularly asked questions about K-pop and plastic surgery later on in the video, so please check it out.
What do you like about Korea?
honestly compared to America, the transportation here is better, the food, the people, like literally everything. Yeah, especially I'm here as a student, so I like the environment there more.
Korea is so beautiful and like
Very safe.
yes,
It's very safe.
for two girls to travel.
I definitely like the change of pace on food and the fact that everyone likes to go out and socialize. I think it's a really nice like change of pace, and it's kind of like similar from coming around New York City. It's kind of like a similar vibe, so it's comfortable to me.
Yeah, the bars are open really late, so that's cool. I'm from Texas, you don't see that. The bars close at like 2.
Is there anything you guys don't really like about Korea?
I would say it's sometimes you can definitely feel like a bit of an outsider more than normal, understandably so. So some people can be a little standoffish, but especially people around our age, they're always like, super friendly and welcoming.
Le fait qu'on doive rester très discret et qu'on ne puisse pas beaucoup parler. En France, on aime bien être bon vivant, rigoler, etc. Donc,
Did you have, before coming here, did you have any kind of preconceptions of Korean beauty or like fashion, anything like that?
I just had heard that they would dress really nicely and that the beauty standards are really high. But other than that, I didn't really expect much.
Enfin, j'avais entendu de bonnes choses sur du coup, la fashion en Corée et je trouve ça vraiment beau. C'est très minimaliste, assez ample. Ou ce qui m'a surpris aussi, c'est que les femmes finalement s'habillent aussi très minimaliste aussi.
Comme deux styles, vraiment classe et vraiment streetwear.
Honestly, I didn't have a lot of conceptions before I got here. But I do notice that like people are dressed up like all the time. Like in America, I feel like it's more socially acceptable to walk around in your PJs and not look so done up. But every day, like people are doing their makeup and stuff like that. So I feel like, yeah, that's definitely something I noticed right away. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I noticed that too. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's like too much pressure. Like sometimes I just want to walk out the house, even if I am going to class. I don't want to have to look like done up every day. It's too much pressure, I think.
I knew that for the most part, everyone dresses up at least a few pegs up than people do in America, you know, which I appreciate a lot. I think everyone puts in way more effort.
Yeah, I had no idea like how high fashion they were out here. Really, until I got here and I went to the malls, and the malls here are nothing like you see in the States.
What do you think about the fashion in Korea? How people dress?
I like it.
Yeah, I love how girls dress, but also guys.
Yeah.
Of course, not everyone is stylish, but I find a lot of people very stylish.
People here don't really wear revealing clothes. Right now it's not the season, but in summer, for example, in clubs, you never see people wearing like strapless tops or just thin straps. But when it comes to the legs, for example, I would say they have like pretty short skirts, and in Europe it's rather like more revealing on top and then a bit more coverage on the bottom. So I think it's just quite different. There's things I don't see in Europe, like couples wearing matching outfits, which I feel like is acceptable here. Back in Europe, it's probably seen as a bit cringe or like excessive. It's like maybe would be a form of being overly possessive. Whereas here, I think most people see it and they're like, oh, it's cute. They're dating.
En France, on est très vite cringe, gêné, vraiment, avec les peluches, le rose. Alors que ici,
Les
c'est.
barrettes,
Oui,
les
les
nœuds.
barrettes, les gros nœuds. Ici, c'est waouh, c'est ok de porter tout ça.
I do like the business casual, like kind of mixed with like streetwear type stuff. I think it looks really cool. And like I would say like back home you definitely have to have like a certain level of confidence to kind of pull off an outfit like that, you know? Where out here it's like the norm, so no one's gonna look at you like differently if you're wearing that, you know?
I feel like the fashion here is top tier, very nice, good fashion, but it's also everybody kind of looks the same, so it's really easy to stand out. So coming here, I've been trying to adjust and like kind of prepared myself, like we're black, and I think I did a good job decent job.
People wear the same, like, the similar colors. Like, I notice a lot of black and gray and white, and I'm like, come on, guys, let's switch it up a little bit, bring some color. I mean, I know I'm wearing black right now, but I feel like that's like, it's more fun to like be creative and like dress in different colors, different things like that. But I also know that going outside the box and kind of like doing your own thing is not always accepted. Like, people are like expected to conform.
What do you think of Korean beauty? Do you think like maybe the standard of beauty is too strict, or?
Yeah, for sure. We see a lot of, especially women that are, I guess, too skinny. Because, I mean, I don't want to get too personal with them, but I think that they are really too skinny. I don't think it's healthy. Yeah, and like compared from where we are from, you can see that a lot of people went to the plastic surgeon. But that's also very different than where we come from.
Yeah, I think they're very high, especially for girls, maybe also for guys as well. Especially if I think about pop stars, I guess a lot of them are very skinny and very beautiful, of course, but then the standards are very high.
There's definitely more pressure on that also with the whole plastic surgery culture here. And yeah, again, K-pop, and you can see also in advertisements, like they're not inclusive. So they very much, I think Korean women only see kind of this image of perfect bodies, perfect faces, perfect dimensions around them, which probably impacts them a lot. And I heard, for example, it's very common to gift like voucher to get plastic surgery when a woman graduates, for example, from university, from high school, which says a lot, right? I think in Europe this would be considered a terrible gift, and here it's pretty normalized, which is a bit of a shame, because the more people do it, the more people have the pressure to do it. And it should come from yourself, I feel like, not from the pressure of society.
I do think there's a lot of social pressure here for like beauty standards and everything, and I'm sure for a lot of people, like how it is anywhere, like can have like a negative impact on their life, but it probably is just person to person how much it actually affects them. I know like plastic surgery and stuff out here is really prevalent, and people try and build themselves into an image, which is, if it makes them happy, then it makes them happy, you know?
Yeah, I don't think I've been out here long enough to really like get that feel yet. I do notice, all the advertisement, all the propaganda like right behind us, but I haven't seen too much of an effect that it has like on people.
I've seen like the before and afters of stars, like how they look in real life versus like they're so like retouched up and stuff like that. So I guess in that respect, it's kind of like disappointing to see people like skin lightening and stuff like that, and like making themselves look like they're not like who they really are. I don't feel that pressure, but I can see how it affects other Korean people and how they're like pressured to like be skinny and to like look as like light skinned as possible. So I think that's pretty problematic. When I was in Gangnam, I've seen like the clinics, like the plastic surgery spots, and then like only once, but I've seen like a weight loss not spa, but like it was literally a place just to help you lose weight. So I think the only thing I've noticed is like that there's a lot of pressure to like be skinny and to like be slim and stuff like that. So I think that could be kind of harmful.
After living in Korea for some time, how would you say the beauty standards affect you?
I'm here for a short time, so I don't think I changed a lot for Korea. Didn't get plastic surgery. Did get a black puffer jacket. In a way, it made me realize that I'm grateful that in Europe, there's more diversity and people dress more like they want to, and there's less pressure to kind of conform to trends. But again, that may just be part of a trend, is like being different. It's just different ways of seeing trends.
I would say it makes me feel like I'm not like super dressed up today or anything, but it makes me feel a little more comfortable walking around in what I want to wear, because people, especially in Seoul, like people wear whatever they want and like have some way of pulling it off. Where like if you live in certain places, like I was living in Idaho for a while, like if you're not wearing cowboy boots and jeans, like people are gonna look at you like you're an idiot, you know. So it's a nice change of pace, and it definitely encourages me and like my friends to at least like kind of like step up like fashion and everything, and like keep yourself together a little better, you know.
I think I feel a little bit opposite from that. I think it's definitely taken me away from like a lot of my color palette.
Do you think Koreans care more about looks than in the West?
Yes, definitely. I've heard people say it like deliberately, like in videos. I watch a lot of Korean YouTubers, and that's definitely very like present.
What would you say is the main difference between the fashion, like how people dress here?
The fashion here is way more uniform. Like the trends are very marked. Usually I would say it's like one style is a trend, whereas in Europe it can be a trend to be like alternative, for example, or like could be a trend to like thrift more and be super colorful. Could also be a trend to be more like corporate. But here, if you look around, it seems like everyone has a North Face puffer jacket and like straight pants. I think objectively it looks nice, but it's a bit of a shame that it's not as diverse. Maybe it's again like linked to the culture of more fitting in rather than standing out. I think you can't tell as much about a person just from looking at their outfit, which sometimes in Europe it's kind of nice. You can see people express themselves more through their makeup, their outfits, and it could be a good like conversation starter or a good way to meet people that you think are alike.
Where we are from, it's close to Italy, so I think we can say it's more open-minded maybe, but it's not to say that here they're very narrow-minded. It's more like you try to see the beauty in everything and every shape and every form, and maybe this here it's a more strict kind of beauty.
People are usually really dressed up. Even like on campus, people are like wearing like suits, maybe not full suit, but like dressed well to class. I'm like, you go to an American campus, you're lucky if you don't see half the class in PJs kind of thing, honestly. Korea is like more like collective, and America is kind of like just do your own thing, like no one cares. I think people also want to like present themselves well because they don't want to appear like they let go of themselves because they're like usually with their friends or their family. So I think that also plays a part in it, like why people feel like so much pressure to look a certain way.
I would say in terms of like beauty standards, people try and take care of like their skin and their face a lot more than people do back home, which is pretty interesting to see. And everyone here seems to care a lot more about appearance, whether that's like for good or bad. I mean, that's up to them.
I'd say another huge difference is like in America, like you see a lot of thick women. You know, they're all about the same build here. I would definitely lean towards more like that's more on the bad side, just because it's nice to see like, you know, some physique, some shape, and you don't get a lot of that out here.
Appreciate the interview, guys. Thanks so much. Yeah. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the video all the way to the end. If you liked the video, please press like and put in the comments if you have any questions or critiques or what I should do for the next video. I will be making a lot more content over the next month before I leave Korea to go to Japan and go back to Canada. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, please let me know and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks so much.